Hi guys, so I'm back with another reading. As promised, I told you guys I'll be back with another reading regarding future spouse and your post marriage life. So many of you requested this reading, so here I am with another reading today. So, those of you who are coming back, welcome back to my channel, and those who are coming for the first time, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and press the bell icon. So I'll just get started immediately. I've already shuffled the cards for you guys, and so let's get started. This is pile number one, the Magician. So I'll be using the Sacred Indian Tarot deck today. So yeah, so I'll just use them to get an overall energy of your married life. So this is pile number one, the Magician, which is also Usha, and Usha is the energy of goddess goddess Shakti, so this is a very spiritual pile. And then we have the Hermit, which is again, like, we can see there's a lot of already spiritual energies in this pile. What's going on, guys? So this is pile number two, the Hermit, and then finally we have the Moon card for pile number three. So as usual, you know the drill. Whichever pile calls you, just go with your gut instinct, or you can pause this video, take few deep breaths, and then we can continue. Okay, so so let's get started with pile number one. I am very interested to see your reading. I'm interested to see what comes out. So I'll get started with pile number one, and I'll show you the cards, and then we'll delve more into it. So let's get started. Hi, Palama One. So, if you've chosen this beautiful card, the Magician, Usha, then I can see that somebody is manifesting you, okay? Either you are manifesting this person or this person is manifesting you. And yeah, I can also see that your marriage is going to be like. It will depend heavily on your positivity, on your powers of creation, on both of you guys actually. And yeah, this is a female energy, but I can also see that this could also apply to a male. Okay, so there's a lot of manifestation going on for someone, I think, in this reading. So you guys may be daydreaming about your partner, about whom you want. And so yeah, so let's get started. Let's see how your future spouse is going to treat you. So I have a lot of cards for you guys, for your pile, and so I'll see them one after the other. So I'll keep them aside for now. So these are your cards which will tell us how your future spouse is going to treat you. And then we'll also see the shadow side, because many people ask me what is the shadow side of their future spouse going to be like, which I'll also tell you guys in my next videos. But for this reading, I'll also tell you about the negative and as well as the positive aspects, because I want to cover as much as possible in this reading and give you the ultimate detailed reading. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see how they are going to treat you. So first of all, we have, you bring peace to me. Okay, so I can already see that this person thinks very highly of you. Okay, and I think in a way they are trying to say that you're my home. And yeah, definitely, after a long hard day's work, I think that you are the person who brings peace to them. And this is going to be a very homely kind of relationship, like where they can come at the end of the day and have that peace of mind. So this is beautiful already. This one says, you respect my family. I think they like the fact that you respect their family, or they like the fact that you stood up in front of their family, or something like that is going on over here. And I definitely feel like they admire you for that. They admire you because you can look their family, and you can accept them, their background, and what wherever they are coming from. You see that, you respect that, you accept that. And I think they like that about you, they respect that about you. Okay, so we have you listen to me well. So, yeah, so I think that they feel heard with you, and that is also why I feel like they feel like you bring them peace, because they feel understood by you. They feel like you can understand them, you actually listen to them. I don't think that this person has had a lot of people who've listened to them or really understood them in the past, and I feel like you fulfill that place in their life where you can really listen to them and understand them. So it's a big thing for them, for this card to come out like this. It's a big thing for them to that you listen to them, that you understand them. So yeah, so that is going to be a big pro for your connection. You do things to make me happy. Of course you do things to make them, this person, happy, because you are their future spouse. So yeah, so I think the letter A is drawing my eyes. I think it could be important for some of you guys. Okay, so yeah, it could be their initials, your initials, or something like that. So you do things to make this person happy, so which is quite cute, nice. So they feel happy with you, they feel at peace with you, and they feel respected and accepted by you, they feel heard. So there's a lot of pros going on. And I also picked the bottom card, which I'm going to show you in a while. So this will clear up everything. So yeah, so this is saying, oh, you sound sexy over the phone. So, so yeah, definitely this person, I can see already a lot of texts happening after your marriage, like, like all those steamy texts. Yeah, so yeah, that could be happening after your marriage. Like, you could be texting each other all those, steamy stuff, and all those things. So yeah, so that could also be a, like, that could be something they fantasize, that it could be a fantasy of which you guys like, I can hear role play for some of you guys. Okay, I'll not get much into it. You know the drill. So that this is also a cornerstone of your marriage, of how they are going to treat you. So this is quite, it's a steamy aspect. So yeah, so let's see this card. You can read my mind. So yeah, so see, I told you that they feel heard, they feel understood. This was your bottom deck energy. So this is the summation of everything about how they're feeling for you. And what they're feeling for you is that you can read their mind. Like, they feel totally understood, and they feel totally heard. Sometimes they even feel like you can see through them, see through whatever mask they're putting on. That's also a message I'm getting. So you can read my mind, and they also feel a little bit scared by it, that you can read them so well. They get a little bit rattled sometimes, and they cannot keep anything from you. They feel like whatever they're keeping from you, you'll just come to know. Yeah, so they feel very transparent is the word I'm getting. They feel transparent in front of you, like, you can see right through them. So that's how they are going to s- be with you, that's how they are going to treat you, that's how they are going to feel with you. And yeah, it could be their energy or your energy also. Like, you can also feel this way, like, you can also feel like they are the one who see through you, like, they are the one who understand your mind so well. So this can be like, some of the messages could be for them, and some of the messages, like, it could be you who are feeling this, it could be you who are feeling that you are being heard. It could be you who are feeling that they respect your family. So that's what I feel like. So this is a very mutual kind of energy. There's a mixed energy of both yours and yours partners. Okay, so we'll see what are the shadow aspects, if we might see. So there's the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then we have the seven of wands. Okay, so also at the end of this reading, I'm going to tell you, like, about how many kids you're going to have. So I'll try to see it through these cards. So let's see the next card. The Emperor. Wow. Okay, the Emperor. So, what I already can see is that there are going to be some misunderstandings because of some. Yeah, there are going to be some misunderstandings which will cause you guys to fight sometimes, and I can see that your person is a little bit, no. It's what I'm saying is like is the last word or something like that. They could be a little bit bossy, uh, okay, at times. The chariot, yeah, so they'll be like very much like, yeah, my way or the highway. It enforces that. The chariot enforces that, okay, that they'll be a little bit like, if you don't listen to me, then I'll not listen to you. It's like that, it's like that. So, wow, the sun in reverse. Yeah, so I already felt like there was some sort of pessimism in this. When you'll have this thing like a misunderstanding, they'll be like, it will stem from some sort of pessimism. Okay, I think either you or your person could have Mars related, some sort of. Your Mars could be in a position which is not favorable in your chart, okay, either yours or your future spouses. If you know about Vedic astrology, you know what I'm talking about, and this issue often stems from this Mars kind of issue, which I can see here, that sometimes you'll have some insecurity or some sort of pessimism. You will be feeling negative, and it will cause some misunderstanding between you, and you will fight. Not It's not like something huge, but yeah, this will happen sometimes, because I can see that this card had come up. You can read my mind, so this misunderstanding will not last a lot, for a long time, but definitely, yeah, so this can happen sometimes. So this was your bottom deck energy which I picked up. So your bottom deck energy was King of Cups, okay. So King of Cups at the bottom of the deck tells me that your person could be the one who will try to sort things out, you know. Like, if you have a fight, they'll be the one who will come forward and apologize and trying to soothe you, and try to make things lighter, yeah, so I can see that your person is very authoritative as well as emotional, okay. So they are a mix of both. So they'll be like, yeah, they're very much in their king energy, in their emperor energy, but they also have a lot of emotions. So I feel like, yeah, so they'll be the first to come and try to soothe you, try to harmonize with you, you know. So yeah, so from these cards I can see that you might have one child with this person, okay. Yeah, so you might have one child, yeah, with this person. Yes, with your future spouse. So let's see what are the energies of your in-laws and relatives, and what will be the scene over there with your friends and family. So let's see. So my cards are a little bit new vision. Okay, new vision. So this is nice. New vision. Okay. Okay, friendliness in reverse. Friendliness in reverse is telling me sort of like, when you first meet their friends and family, there could be some sort of hostility between you both, okay, between the two parties. Let's see more cards. um Oops, possibilities in reverse. I'm sorry, guys, my cards are really torn. So, some of the cards are really torn, some are okay. So, I just try to work with it. So, this is breakthrough. What I'm seeing is, they'll be a little bit closed off. They'll be a little bit close minded with you when you first meet their friend and family, because you will be like this. They'll see you like you are somebody who is uh, revolutionary. You are like out of the box, a unique kind of person. And I feel like this person's friends and family, mostly in-laws, your in-laws will be a little bit closed off to this idea of you, okay. So initially there could be some sort of coldness. I'll not say hostility. Hostility is a big word for what I'm seeing. I feel like they'll be some sort of it's not a, it's not like they'll not be completely open towards you. They'll not readily accept you initially, like at a first go. It's not going to happen. Okay, so that's what I see here. And they'll also be closed off to possibilities. They'll not be very open to possibilities between the two families, or between you and your partner, or you and their family. So they'll be a little closed off, restricted, is what I feel. But you are going to have a breakthrough with this situation. Okay, you're going to I think you're going to win them over. Yeah, I feel strongly that you're going to win them over. Yeah, so let's see what's happening. Courage. Beautiful. I think eventually they'll come to admire your courage. Okay. Yeah, eventually they'll see through that you're working so hard to adjust. Or I feel like, yeah, I just said adjust, so maybe that's what some of you will do. But mostly, I feel like they'll see that even though your backgrounds are different, and even though your cultural opinions are different, you have the courage to put forth your opinion, and you have the courage to actually take this step for their child. Yeah, for their child, for their loved one. So they'll admire your courage for that. Hmm? That's nice. So that's why I think you'll have this breakthrough with with the in-laws of this person. The fool. Okay, so I feel like yeah, so you'll so I think that initially it will take a little bit of time for them to warm up to you, but eventually they will. And once they warm up, everything is going to go smoothly. Okay. Yeah, so initially they could be a little hesitant to open up towards you, but once they see that you are so powerful, you are so courageous, and you really are something, you're like, you have gone through, they'll see that you've gone through so much, you've gone through this rocky phase, and you are still this sweet person, you're still this sweet flower. And even though you have had a tough past, you've really emerged really like a victorious person. And that's when they'll really see how amazing you are, and you'll have a new beginning with them. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. And so let's see, so this is what was with your in-laws. I want to see how your finances will be, and then we'll see the angel cards, and then we'll see some advice for you. Okay, so I have a lot of things planned for you guys. See, I so let's see what's going to happen. So these are your cards. uh I have reflection in reverse. Then I have will, wisdom, and mind in reverse. Okay. I have sands of time. Okay. Okay, so the Akashic field, one of forces, and then I have the waterfall. Amazing. So, regarding your finances after your marriage, I see that initially you will not be very clear about the opportunities, and I think you might have to wait for some time before some drastic opportunities show up. Initially, in reflection, you're not reflect, like you're not able to reflect and really will, wisdom, and mind in reverse. You're not able to use your wisdom and everything, like it's not working properly. Even though there are four elements in this pile, can you see? There's water, there's father there's water, there's fire, there's this all the elements are here. There's this crown in reverse. The crown in reverse is telling me definitely that you'll not have the best judgment regarding your career initially. Okay, but things are progressing. See, from the 19 card we have the 20, and it just progresses. See, number 6 has come twice. 6 of forces, 6 of scrolls. This definitely tells me there's a lot of opportunities which will come your way. And once these are able to break through into your finances, you will have a overflow. Like waterfall for me is always abundance. Waterfall symbolizes abundance, so definitely you will get there, but and that's the last card that came for you, let me tell you that. But you'll have to wait for some time before you have a lot of plenty of abundance. But initially you might not have the best judgment regarding your career options, or your future spouse might not have the best judgment regarding their career options, or something like that. You both will face together, okay? Because this is not a reading for just you, this is also a reading for what you both will go through together as a family, as a couple together in your marriage. So yeah, so this could also be their energy. So initially there'll be a little bit of doubt regarding which opportunities to take, which job to take, which where to go, or some decisions. I can hear that some decisions will take some time to make. Yeah. So but you'll get there, you'll get through that. And once you are able to get through that, this this time frame, then a lot of this is a card of opportunities, okay? So yeah, and I placed it right above the sun card. So yeah, so I this is a card of opportunities, and this is going to come for you. There's a lot of abundance coming for you as well. Let me show you this. See, there's this six of forces, the waterfall. So this is like plenty of like water is waterfall, and water is always for me abundance. And also let me mention that there's a lot of water in this reading. Like initially we saw there was king of cups at the bottom of the deck, then we saw that there's a lot of reflection, then there's waterfall. So you could be water signs, you could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or your future spouse could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So yeah, so I like to tell this towards the end of the reading, because then I get the overall energy of the pile. So yeah, so definitely I feel like you guys will have abundance, but it will take some time, because there's also this sands of times card. So it will take some time for you guys. So I want to see now what is the overall energy for this. So yeah, so I picked two cards for you guys to check the overall energy of your marriage. So let's see. Wow. Wow. So your marriage is going to be like all about stability, okay? So I'll also show you this card. Let's not keep you waiting any longer. Yes, so there's this card, door to value. Yeah, so amazing. See, I told you that this card is about abundance. See, this card is about abundance, and this is like door to value. So this is confirming this, okay? So the card is also quite similar in appearance. See, there's a lot of waterfall, and there's like this lot of money is showering. So yeah, so I told you, like, you will be abundant in this marriage. You'll in this, because marriages are also like a marriage of destinies. In the Vedic astrology, it is believed that like when you marry someone, a part of their richness, abundance, a part of their destiny is tied to your destiny. So once in this marriage, I can see that your destiny of financial prosperity is going to be very bright, okay? You are going to improve a lot in matters of finances and abundance, because for this card to come out as an overall energy card for your marriage is telling me that. And also this card, it is all about security, it's all about stability, it's all about like the base chakra. Can you see this? Yeah, so yeah, this guy is very handsome. He's Archangel Michael, and here this card signifies first chakra. Also, there's number 35 and number 31, which could be important for you guys, or it could be anyone's age, or yeah, so it could be important in either way. So I feel like, so see, this first chakra is always about our basic stability, okay? It's about our basic security, it's our sense of groundedness, our sense of earthiness. So the first chakra to come out like that with the door to value is telling me that this will be a very stable marriage, okay, and your person will be very protective towards you because Archangel Michael, okay, Archangel Michael is like the protector, okay. Archangel Michael is often called upon to give people psychic shields, to give people protection. So yeah, although this card is associated him with the first chakra, like with the base chakra, but his color is usually blue. So yeah, so but the overall thing is that Archangel Michael, for me, is like he's the ultimate protector, okay. Archangel Michael in this reading is telling me that your person will be very protective and towards you, okay, and this will be like a me and mine kind of thing. So you will be a very close knit family, and you will be very protective of each other as a family. And also I can see that yes, definitely with the first chakra and with the door to value, you'll have a very secure, stable kind of marriage. So it will be a very practically grounded marriage. Like it will not be like one of those like it will not be very flighty, it will be very solid, very grounded, like like it will be very based it will be very practical. I think either you or your future spouse will be very, very practical. So the relationship will also take some of those elements. So I want to see the overall advice for you guys for this connection. And if you have any suggestions like for other readings, so do tell me those, okay. So I'll just see what the advice is. The initiation, the what am I saying, initiation, yeah, rite of passage, crossing the threshold, interesting. So this is like, whenever I see this card, my eyes are just going over here to this snake. Can you see the snake? Yeah. So this is telling me like there'll be some sort of temptations, and the rite of passage is the temptation. I feel like there'll be some sort of temptation related to money, I think. Yeah, it's not like what you are thinking, like it's not like a person, but I think there'll be a temptation related to money, related to finances. You'll be tempted, or they'll be your future spouse will be tempted to do something, and that will be a test for you guys. That will be the time when this thunder will strike, okay, in your marriage, and that will be a test, and you have to pass this test. The angels are telling, yes, you have to pass this test, you have to go through this initiation, and just make the best out of it, okay, and do not fall into this temptation, because if you are stuck here, you will not be able to go through here, okay, and not be able to like go to this place, this serene looking place. So yeah, so definitely there's going to be some sort of temptation. Although this card has a different vibe, but in this reading it's telling me that there'll be some sort of temptation which you or your person is going to have in this connection, okay, and you'll have to surpass that. And that's a major message which is coming through for you guys. So another card is the awakening card, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes, this has to again do with morality for your pile, I feel like. uh, of course there's the spiritual meaning where you have to awaken yourself. There's also that. But also another message is that you have to stay morally high. You have to take especially because it has come with the initiation card, the rite of the passage card. I feel like there's also this moon here which is drawing my attention. Moon is about, for me it's about the doubts and insecurities. So you'll have to keep a morally high ground, okay, for to get rid of all these temptations which will come your way, because yours is going to be a very abundant sort of partnership. A lot of you will together gain a lot of things from the world, from the material world when you'll come together. Okay, so you'll gain a lot of material success, lot of material pleasures. And I think the angels want me to tell you that you have to keep a morally high ground, and you have to rise above your own basal, this basal instincts. Okay, you have to rise above that. It's just telling me that. And you will be able to find a serene place with your with your friends, I was going to say, and it just went like, yeah, so you will maybe your partner could be a friend, somebody from your friend circle maybe. Okay, but yeah, you'll be able to find a serene place, a peaceful place with your family, if you're able to stay morally on a high ground. And if you're able to resist those temptations which are going to inevitably come your way. And otherwise, I think everything is looking pretty good for you guys. Yeah, so initially the channel messages told me that you and your partner are going to be very smooth with each other. You're going to read each other's mind, so I think they can also help you with that, or you can help them with that. So this can be your energy or their energy. So that was your reading, guys. So if you like this reading, please subscribe my channel and please suggest more videos. So I'll see you in the next reading. Let's move on to pile number 2. Hi, pile number 2. So, if you've chosen the Hermit card, that is pile number 2, then these are your cards, and I've shuffled all the cards for you. We'll see them later. But right off the bat, the overall energies of your future married life seems to be like this marriage will put you on a spiritual journey, guys. It will make you probe deeper, and you'll gain some useful wisdom. And definitely, this is going to open up new avenues, new perspectives, and overall, it's going to open up to a fast new world around you. If you're not already on that path, I feel like some of you are. If you are already on a spiritual path, then I feel like you'll open up more and you'll be more grounded and still, like you'll not be shifting from one perspective to another. You'll just ground on one perspective and you'll be more confident in your spiritual approach. Okay. So overall, the energy of your future spouse, your married life, is that you will have to be very still, very calm, and in this process you'll learn more stillness, more calmness, and more meditativeness. It will bring a sort of spiritual touch, and it will make you more in touch with your higher self, with the higher power, with the divine. Yes, that's the kind of energy for this pile. This is the overall energy. So I'll just put this aside. I want to see what your future spouse wants to say to you, how they'll treat you. So for that, I'm using these cards. So let's see. Okay, so I'm not doing reversals here. So I'll just see this like this. You are very cute and adorable. So this is like a compliment. Okay. For some of you people, I feel like the letter K could be significant. Okay, so K could be your initials or their initials. So I feel like in this card, the letter K is popping out to me strongly. So it could be significant for you guys. But this is a very cute message. They are telling you that, yeah, you're cute and you're adorable. So they find you very physically attractive as well. Okay, so that may be the first thing that they noticed in you. Okay, so let's see the other cards. So all right, you always give me a shoulder to cry on. I hope you can see it though. Yeah. Yes, so they are saying you always give me a shoulder to cry on. So from this card, I'm getting a feminine kind of vibe. So this could be a female, or you guys could be in a same sex relationship, or this could be you if you are a female watching. So you'll feel like this, like they're always there for you when you need them. Like they always share your worries, your hardships. They are always there to give you a shoulder to cry on, and they are always there for you emotionally, as an emotional support when you need them. So I feel like this is more of the energy of the whoever holds the feminine energy in the marriage. So they are telling you that you know. They appreciated that you are always there for them. So okay, so all of the cards are reversed. You accept and respect my limitations. Yeah, so this is definitely telling me there could be some sort of third party between you people initially, not after. I think initially there could be some hardships, and they really like it that you accept and respect their limitations and whatever was going on between you both. I feel like they are strongly admire. I feel a lot of admiration, to be honest. Yeah, they admire you a lot. They feel like they feel like you have a lot of admirable qualities as well. You know. Yeah, so there's a lot of admiration they have for you, and that's how they're going to treat you afterwards as well. Like if they treated you like that before, they're going to be like that with you afterwards, after the marriage as well, because this is an after marriage reading. So this is another card. You are always ready to help me. See, you're always ready to help me. Yeah, so this is a lot of heart energy. There's a lot of heart energy over here, and also I can see pentacles energy over here. So yeah, so there's a lot of cups and there's a lot of pentacles. So you guys could be earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, or you could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you or your person, okay, Sun, Moon, Rising. And this person feels like, yeah, you're always there for them, because you know they've already declared that you are like a shoulder to cry on for them, and then they are saying that you're always ready to help me. So I feel like you're always at their disposal, like you're always ready to help them, and this is what they really admire. And yeah, so and I think that this is also how it is going to be afterwards, after your marriage, because for some of you, I'm definitely feeling like this is you who is speaking. So it is you who is saying that you're always ready to help me, you're always a shoulder to cry on. Maybe for little things around the house, they'll always be there to help you, like for fixing things around the house, or for like sharing chores with you, or you know, those sorts of things. You won't have to ask them, because they'll always be there to help you around the house. I also feel like that. And this will make you feel like the burden is equal, you know, some sort of like that. Yeah, so they, I also feel like they are very responsible people, okay. They are very sincere and very hardworking, very responsible people, and you'll feel that in the day to day life with them as well. So I'll see more. I like how's that spinning. Yeah, you make me a better person. So yeah, so can you see the card? Yeah, you make me a better person. I feel like this person is already very sincere, and this person is committed to making themselves a better person. And I feel like with you, it just falls into place. Like they can see a future with you, because you make them an even better person. So this person has a growth mindset, and this person will be very much eager to improve themselves, and they feel like you make take out the best out of them, and this is why they want to share a life with you, and and they'll make you feel like it every day, you know. Yeah, so they'll just keep you growing, and they'll keep growing themselves as a person after, even after you guys are married. So yeah, so they'll also keep you on your toes. So yeah, so this last card, which was the bottom of the deck, it says you make me feel alive. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So this person, I feel again there's this feminine energy on this card, you know. So whoever is the feminine in amongst the both of you is the one who will feel like this, like they make you come alive. Okay, or if you are a male watching your future spouse, your partner, if she's a female, or whoever is the female energy, because we are talking about the energy. So even if this is a same sex relationship, this person is going to feel like, with all the effort that you put in, with all the uh, help that you're giving them, and like you're a shoulder to cry on and everything. You make them feel alive. They feel like finally they are at home with you. And also I feel a lot of enthusiastic energy on this card, especially this was the bottom of the deck card also. So with you, they just come alive. It's like for some people, when they come back home from work or anything, they just want to relax, and their energies are a little bit depleted. But whenever this person will come home, they'll just it will be like they are charged up. They'll be like a Christmas tree, I hear. For some of you people, yeah, so they'll definitely be charged up around you. So I've also done a reading on the, like, what are the ups and downs which you both can face as a couple, because some of you also asked me about the shadow side. So I'll do a different reading on the shadow side of your spouse, but for this reading I'll just want to see what are the ups and downs you will face during your marriage. And so let's see. So this is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. As I was already telling you that some of you guys, for some of you guys, this person could have been in relationship with somebody else in the beginning before you started dating. So yeah, but I'll see more into it, because I'm also getting another message that other people will interfere. Okay, yeah. So I'll see more into it. Yeah, so see, the tower is in reverse. Actually, I'd be concerned if the tower was upright, but the tower in reverse always suggests that there'll be some changes which will not be very harsh. Okay, but there'll definitely be some sort of changes which you guys have to make, some sort of adjustments and some sort of changes, and they will be propelled by some people around you. Okay, some people will be constantly bickering. I hear bickering, gossiping, rumor spreading. These kind of bad fellows will be around you. I'm sorry to say, I see that. And that will constantly keep you guys on edge. Maybe you will keep fighting a little bit, not very like outbursts like that, but I feel like, I think that is why, this person is also telling you that you're always ready to help me, because I feel like that this person is surrounded by very bad people, who always gossip and who always they disturb your person, and your person will be down for a long period of time because of that. And for some of you, I feel like they'll try to poke their nose in your business, and they'll disturb both of you. Okay, and this will cause some chaos, although not a major one, like not like a deal breaker sort of thing, because obviously these are other people's energies over here. But definitely I feel like that some sort of changes will have to be made in order to go forward. So I'll see the next card. Yeah, see, so you'll be like, you have to make a decision. Okay, both of you guys have to make a decision, like whether to keep these people around or not. And see, something has to end. So definitely something has to end over here. The energies are strongly telling me that, this sort of situation, it will end, because there are a lot of, I see the energies of people, like, jealous people who are always gossiping, always bickering, and always just trying to be so petty, just causing a ruckus around you people. So you have to get rid of this, and I think definitely for this card to come out, you'll definitely get rid of that. Okay, so yeah, definitely, and this will be a new beginning for both of you. So initially there'll be some changes, like you'll feel like, okay, like I've shifted my home, so I'm far away from my nosy neighbors or bad apartment, like bad locality. Some of you could also be living initially in a bad locality. So yeah, so you'll make a little bit of changes, like you'll shift to somewhere else. But then again, some issues will come up, then you'll have to make a very proper and very permanent decision, which you will make with the death card. Okay, so yeah, so that after that, let's see. See, some people have to be like forgiven also. I feel like that this is someone close. Okay, some close relatives or some close in-laws or some friends of yours also initially might cause some trouble between you both. Okay. And there's a strong like third party involvement. I'm not saying like there'll be third party involvement uh, after your marriage with a person, but there's some sort of people, it's not just one person. That's why I'm not saying that there'll be one person who will cause all of this. What I'm seeing is that there are many people who are doing this. I can hear it, like there are so many people who don't want to see you both like peaceful and happy. Okay, whatever it is, I think that you will I'll this pile will clear it up, because this is my in-laws pile, so it will clear it up what's happening over there. So I see also that after this death card, after this rebirth, you will have to forgive some people. You cannot hold a grudge. Okay, if you want to be happy with this person, with your spouse, you cannot hold a grudge. You'll have to forgive them. You'll have to forget the past. Like, I also hear for some of you people, like you have to completely let toxic people out of your lives. Okay, like if there's a toxic family member, or if there's a toxic friend, a colleague, you have to completely, you both have to disregard them, like completely cut off that person from your life, to have a stable connection with your spouse. Okay, otherwise this toxic person, manipulative mother-in-law or manipulative colleague, friend, will just keep on creating excessive drama for you guys. Okay, so this is the shadow side of your life with your future spouse, which is like it's a warning, not a it's like it's like more from outside influence. It's, I don't see anything that is wrong with your spouse. I see that a lot of other people are causing ruckus. So this was the bottom deck energy, I guess. Yeah, so this was the bottom deck energy. I think for my viewers, it could be your energy. You're very stable, you're very strong, you're very grounded, and you'll come out of it very victorious. Whatever this phase was, I think you'll come out of it pretty victorious. You'll succeed at obtaining this stability. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much I see that Queen of Pentacles is a card. It's a person who's very stable, secure. The keyword is secure. She's very stable, grounded, earthy, secure. So that is the kind of energy. After all of these changes, all of this indecision, this rebirth, and everything, you'll find that stability. So it could be a little bit rocky at some point. Okay, not like rocky between you both, rocky because of some other people's influences, but I see that you'll make it out, you'll make it out of it pretty good, in the financial sense also, and in the emotional sense as well, because Queen of Pentacles, she's a very satisfied kind of person. So I'll also see more into your in-laws, then we'll get into your career and finances related situation. So yeah, so guidance in reverse. Interesting. Guidance in reverse for the in-laws. Nice. Ordinariness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's a 3 and that's an 8. It could be important numbers for you guys, so keep checking the numbers. Okay. And okay, so this card was like this, so it will be in reverse, I guess. Yeah, so conditioning. So conditioning card is telling me, so these three cards right off the bat are telling me that the relationship which you will share with your close relatives after marriage will not be a very stringent one. It will not be orthodox at all. Okay, so yeah, I think they'll give you enough freedom to be yourself, and I think for the first time you'll feel like, yeah, uh, I feel like, from this card, that for the first time some of you guys will feel like, wow, I can breathe. Maybe some of the freedom which was not given to you initially, in your own life as a single person, you will find that with your in-laws, or they'll be very supportive like of you, although I don't see that they'll try to interfere much, and they'll offer to help you much, but they'll be like, they'll just let you be. It's not like they're popping in to give you some sort of insight now and then. No, they'll just let you be. Okay, yeah, so which is quite it's not bad, and I don't see that these people are very orthodox either, or controlling either. So I'll see more from the cards. Lovers, yeah, so you know what, your friends and family are going to see you both as very strong couple. Okay, they're going to see you both as, and I think that is also the reason why some people will interfere, as I said from this card, because they see you as very strong couple. They see the love that you share with your partner, and they see that you are a very strong support system of your partner, and they are for you. So yeah, so I think that is why they'll just not interfere much, and yeah, they'll not be very nosy. So because that is a problem, that's a very in some parts of the world that happens. Okay, it doesn't happen everywhere, but in some parts of the world that is a problem. So the miser in reverse, let me show you this card in the upright position. See how this person is hoarding all the treasures. So this card, the miser card in reverse, it's telling me that you know this, you will inherit something. I feel like some of you will be gifted an old heirloom, something which your partner's grandmother or mother had worn for a very long time. You'll be gifted that, and they'll be very happy to give you that. Actually, they'll not give it to you begrudgingly. No, they'll be very happy to share that, and you'll inherit that from them, from your future spouse's maternal side. Okay, yeah, so they'll give you like some sort of, because I think they see that you're a very strong couple, and they see lots of potential in your relationship, and they'll be like, they'll treat you like that. So I think that some of you will be given some sort of jewelry or some sort of heirloom from your future spouse's family. Yeah, and slowing down in reverse. Yeah, so Capricorn again. And so, yeah, so definitely I feel like that some of you could be dealing with a Leo, some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Gemini, even in your friends and families and relatives. So, you know the compatibility between these signs, and if that's your sign, then you have to be deal with these signs. So yeah, definitely I feel like that, you know, they'll not rush you into things, and they'll not be very, even though the card is in reverse, I definitely feel like they'll not rush you into things. And like some of the peoples have this sort of thing, like when are you having a child or that sort of thing. Oh, so I also forgot to tell you, like I told for the first pile how many kids you are going to have. So so sorry guys, I forgot to tell you. So I'll just see. So I feel like you guys will have two kids. Okay, I forgot to tell it, but yeah, but as per the cards I saw till now, I feel like you guys will be blessed with two kids. Okay, that's what I can see. So yeah, so this is the energy, this was actually the bottom deck energy for your in-laws. So I definitely feel like they'll be like pretty uh, cool with you, you know. Yeah, so there's not much to worry about over there. So let's see your financial thing. So how your finances will be when you'll be with your future spouse. Setting your course. So this card in itself doesn't tell me anything. I have to pick like other cards to see where you're setting your course towards. You know. So the six of roses. Wow. Okay. So is some of you, if you had some sort of legal disputes, some sort of issues, financial disputes with someone before your marriage, that thing will settle after your marriage. Okay, like some sort of inheritance related disputes or some sort of payment related issues, whichever, if you had any in your business or in your um yeah, in your work, so that will settle after your marriage. So, okay, Archangel Michael, and I also see there also we have two children over here, which is beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, for Archangel Michael to come in this reading regarding your career is telling me that some of you will have a higher um opportunity come to you after your kids are born, so it could take some time. And Archangel Michael is also one who protects and one who is very grounded. So overall I feel like you'll be well cared for. You'll be it's not like you'll not have what you need. You'll always have what you need, but after your kids are born I feel like your um financial progress will just be heightened. It will just increase, your abundance will increase. Okay. So yeah, again we have the birth card. Again we have two children. See, I told you two children. Yeah, so see, again we have the birth card over here. So definitely this is telling me that something new will begin, and whatever litigation you had faced or whatever disputes you had faced, that will come to an end. And I also feel like children will be the source of your abundance, because for two cards to come out like this, for which shows children in your reading. Yeah, so definitely I feel like you will be able to take care of them, whether you are a male or a female. You'll be well uh, able to care for your kids. Okay. Yeah, so which is a very like good thing. And so the last card we have fated meeting. I feel like some of you guys will meet somebody for with whom you'll have this sort of a business contract with, like you might partnership, you might go on in a partnership with somebody. Yeah, so the fated meeting is all not always a romantic card. Okay, in this scenario it's telling me that you might also go into a partnership with your future spouse, and you both could start something. But mostly this is telling me that you'll meet somebody who will give you new opportunities in your career after your marriage. Okay. So there's a lot of some sort of a third party energy in this pile. I don't know whether if this has happened, like if you had a third party sort of a connection with somebody, like this person was in a third party connection before you guys dated or before you guys got into a relationship with. So yeah, so I feel like from there your partner could inherit some, like could get some sort of financial aid also. Okay. For some people this will not resonate with everybody. So yeah, so some sort of legal disputes will end with your person's future spouse, and from there your person might also have kids from a previous relationship. Okay. Also, yeah, so this is the overall energy I'm getting. So your person might also have kids from a future relationship, I mean a past relationship, and they might also inherit some finances, some monetary gain could happen from that relationship also during your marriage. Okay. And so yeah, so that's the energy I'm getting. And so I'll check out the other cards. This is the overall energy cards for your marriage. Okay. Angel of love. So you guys are definitely like this lovers card over here, like this lovers card. Yeah, so this lovers card came out for a reason. Yeah, so you're see, I'm at the loss of words, guys. Yeah. So yeah, so definitely I feel like both of you have followed your heart. Yeah, both of you have followed your heart in this connection, and it was very heavily divinely guided. Door to spirit. See, I was just telling you it's divinely guided. Oh my god. So yeah, so see, now can you see it? I told you initially that there's this hermit card which was telling me that you will go deeper, you will introspect. This marriage will put you in a more spiritual path. And see this card, door to spirit, this is also telling me that it will put you more on a spiritual path. It will open the door to spirit for you. Okay. Yeah, so this and that will happen because you both listen to your heart. you'll both listen to your heart in this connection. Okay, so this is wonderful reading for you guys. So what is the overall advice for you people? I want to see that. Mintakin, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I feel like that some of you guys who are watching are light workers. So if you want to know what light workers are, so light workers, actually light workers are a big concept again. So let me know if you want me to make a video on that. There are many types of light workers. There are mermaids, fish people, star seeds. There are this mermaids, actually I said by seeing this image. And there are star seeds, there are earth angels, there are incarnated um, angels, and all sorts of place people who are light workers. So there are also some crystals who are incarnated, so there's a lot of things going on. So light workers are overall over here to uplift the vibration of the planet. They are here to heal. So I think that, see, there's so much spiritual energy. I told you guys that the door to spirit, the light workers, the so this is why you will be put on a spiritual path. I think some of you guys will marry your twin flame. Okay, so yeah, so some of you guys are going to marry your twin flame. This card is a confirmation of that. The door to spirit, the lovers, the hermit. So all of this happens in a twin flame connection. So, and this card is telling me share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. What is interesting to me is that in both of these cards, can you see how they are longing for something? Like they're looking out, like they're longing for home or something. I definitely feel like that the advice for you guys is that once you start to share your voice and start working as a light worker, start working on your soul purpose, on your soul mission, you will be able to balance all this chaos out. Okay, you will be able to um, balance the chaos, balance the all the happenings around you. So you really need to start sharing your voice, start sharing your information as a light worker, as a star seed, whatever information you have, whatever you have to share with the world. I feel that this is your mission, this is what they're urging you to do. So do subscribe guys if you like this reading, and I hope this helped. So I'll see you in the next reading. For now, let's move on to pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3. So, if you've chosen this moon card from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck, I feel like that your marriage will go in cycles. Okay, yeah, so either you or your future spouse, you're going to be very emotional people, and you're going to honor this marriage above all things. Because can you see this ring over this moon? So I read this card a little bit differently from the traditional Rider Waite tarot deck. So in this card, I mean in this deck, this card symbolizes for me the phases of the moon, the ups and downs, the cycles of emotions, and for the ring, can you see this ring like structure over here? I think you both will honor your engagement, will honor your commitment above all else in this connection. And yeah, so overall I can also see this is a symbol of the divine union, this is a symbol of yin yang. So this is the masculine and this is the feminine. So there's a lot of you'll be very strong, very grounded, and definitely this is an energy of the union of the masculine and the feminine. And I feel like, masculine and feminine energies, not like people. Okay, I'm talking about energies over here. So yeah, so I feel like you guys will be very emotional regarding your connection, very protective of it, and you'll honor your commitment, your engagement above all else. So that's a beautiful start to this reading already. So I'll keep this card aside for now. I want to see what your future spouse has to say for you. Like this is a future energies, like what they want to say to you after the commitment. Yeah, so yeah, so this is what they want to say. Oh yeah, stop spinning. So yeah, so they're saying, you know me better than anyone else. I feel like, yeah, guys, this is why I felt like from that card that you have a very strong connection, because they feel like that you are their better half, and that of course you're the better half, but that you are the one who knows them better than anyone else. And I feel this person has felt misunderstood throughout their whole lives. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe that these people are loners, okay? And these people feel very they feel acknowledged by you, okay? So they feel like you are the one who can finally understand them. There's a lot of soulmatey vibe already in this pile. Yeah. So I want to see more cards. Let's see. You never let me feel lonely. You never let me feel lonely. Card is already telling me that, which I already told you guys, that these people could be loners. Yeah. So see, these people could be loners, and there's also this somehow the odd numbers. Number five, number seven. I associate them with like loners, like people who are not paired off with anybody else. So it's quite. It could not be possible that these people had, like, you guys were like in a third party. So this is not the kind of situation over here, okay? So these people, I want to tell you that you never let me feel lonely. And I think that they feel understood only by you when they come home to you after your marriage. That's when they'll feel these people are also quite introverts, okay? So they'll feel acknowledged, they'll feel understood only by you. So yeah, so this is a very beautiful like energy over here. This is an introvertish sort of energy. Yeah, so they are saying you bring peace to me. You bring peace to me. This is always a very, this card always tells me that, these are the kinds of people who have fought through a lot, and these people have seen many hardships in their lives. So for someone to say that you bring peace to me, something contrary to that must have happened. And I feel like in general, wherever they might be working after their marriage, or whatever their career situation may be, which we'll see later, I feel like they, when they come home to their future spouse, when they come home to you, that's when they'll really feel peaceful. That's when they'll really be able to relax, and they see you as their home, okay? That's also another message I'm getting. Okay, wow. I just saw 444, so that was a confirmation. I saw 444 angel number. So yeah, so they're your home, you're their home. Beautiful. That's a confirmation. So yeah, so this card is saying you respect everything I like. So for me this is a kinky message. Okay, I feel like they'll want to try some experimental stuff, and you'll be okay with that. So that's what I'm getting from this card. Okay, so yeah, you respect everything I like. Beautiful. So this card, what's it saying? You are crazy and dorky. Oh my god. Okay, so I already can see a person who has like specs. Yeah, so that image flashed in front of my eyes. So there's a person who is wearing specs, and this person is it could be you, or I think like for some of you guys it could be a male, and it could be your future spouse. And so this person is lean, and this person is a little bit fair, on the fair side, okay? And this person is very private, and this person is very introvertish, as I already said, but they are quite intelligent. And they are telling you are crazy and dorky. They find you very cute and adorable. They find you very sweet. They yeah, so I feel I as soon as I just touched that card, I felt very happy, like like a light sort of energy. So yeah, so that's definitely a very, they feel like you're very funny and you're very crazy, and it lights them up, you know so this was at the bottom of the deck. So you are dedicated in our relationship. Yeah, so this person values sincerity very much. I think they're very hardworking. They were very hardworking as students, okay? And they could be into some sort of, I see like they could be in some sort of research or STEM, I hear, for some of you guys, related fields. And so they see that you are so committed and you are so devoted. They are very fond of it actually, and they'll appreciate it in the future also when you will be husband and wife. So yeah, so I already feel like some of you know this person. Yeah, amazing, guys. So I wanted to also see some shadow aspects of your future spouse. This is not like a shadow aspect, this is more like what are the challenges you will face. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see that. And I'll do another reading on the shadow aspects. So this is for just seeing what are the obstacles or the challenges you will face. So Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you people, yeah, so see, because I told you guys, these people don't open up easily. So I feel like for some of you guys, they'll be very slow to approach you. Like they'll be super slow to approach you and to tell you that they even like you, to even date you. They could even take months and like even a year to approach you and tell you that they want to date you. So this is the kind of person that they are. So this is their energy. And Ace of Swords. They are very straightforward people, and I think that everything, once you guys start dating and everything will go on very smoothly, very fast. Okay, and even after your marriage, this person is going to be very straightforward with you in communication. And because this person is a, I feel like, a very no bullshit sort of person. Okay, this person is not somebody who creates a lot of drama. So this person will be very straightforward with you. You'll always know what's in their mind and why they want to do certain things. And they are very clear headed about that. So let's see the moon in reverse. The moon, I told you that, see, the we also have the moon card over here. The moon card came twice for you. So so yeah, I love these synchronicities. So the thing over here is that, this person will not let you be in any sort of doubt. This person will never let you have any sort of, they'll always be very clear with you in communication and everything. So you don't have to doubt the intentions of this person. I think initially you'll have some sort of anxieties, like you'll not know how this person truly feels, because they don't open up very easily. But once they do, once they feel comfortable letting their guards down, they'll tell you everything. You'll know exactly. And this person, I can also already see that, because twice moon card has come. I can already see this person is super deep. Okay, like this person is like seeing them at first, you'll never gauge how much deep this person is, how deep their emotions are, and how deep they actually think. Initially you'll not know that, but once they let the guards down, you'll know that. Then you'll have no doubt, no confusion in your mind regarding this person. Okay, so yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so the six of pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse, I already told you guys, like this person, like after your, even after your after you guys get married. So if some of you were in a kind of relationship where you didn't get what you deserve, this is not going to be that kind of relationship. You are going to know that what you give is what you get, that sort of thing. Or you'll be very emotionally fulfilled. So I want to see this card was like, see, I told you. See, there'll be so much emotions. There'll be lots of outpouring of emotions in your after your marriage. Okay, there'll be once the guards are down, I think that there'll be an outpouring of emotions from both of your sides. Okay, not only just from this person's side, from your side also. You guys will have a very strong emotional connection with the moon card coming twice, with the ace of cups. Yeah, so definitely, already, as you know, this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Very strongly Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I can feel the Pisces energy mostly, because yeah, so because that's what I feel, sun, moon, rising. And I also feel like, this will be somebody new. This will not be somebody from your past. this will be a new person whom you will not see coming, and this person will just come out of the blue. So but I'll focus more on the latter parts of your marriage, because this is like post marriage reading. So after your marriage also, I can see that there'll be a very strong emotional and mental connection between you guys, okay? For the ace of swords and the ace of cups to come out like that, definitely you guys will be you having a very open communication, very strong communication, and also you guys will have a very strong emotional bonding, emotional uh, sort of connection, bonding. The bonding emotionally will be very strong. Okay, so this was at the bottom of your deck. See, wheel of fortune. So everything will play out like in divine timing. Also, as I already told you with this card, that your connection will flow, ebb and flow with the tidings, like the tidings of the moon. Like there'll be cycles to your relationships. Like sometimes you guys will be very emotionally outpouring, sometimes you guys will be very cutthroat and very mentally stimulating. So a lot of cycles I can see over here. With the wheel of fortune as well, I can see that your connection will be going through a lot of cycles. You'll be, because you match on so many levels, on you match on emotionally, you match mentally. There'll be a lot of that thing going. Also, there's a karma kind of thing going on over here, because you'll meet in divine timing. Everything will happen in divine timing. And you know, there's a strong destiny vibe which is over here. So I just want to see what will your equation be like with this person's parents, or with your future spouse's parents, or your in-laws, or your friends, or like your friends and family. Like family doesn't have to be like just blood, right? Family could also be friends who are family. So yeah, so I want to see. So this is the card. Uh, fighting is a card. Fighting in reverse. Yeah, fighting in reverse. Initially, you could have some sort of arguments, like not arguments. Uh, Cold war, sort of cold war, okay? Because fighting in reverse, this is like knight of swords. Uh, what am I saying? Yeah, yeah, this is like a cold war kind of situation, you know. So yeah, so initially they'll be like that, but this will end. It will take some time for you guys to warm up to their friends and family. That's what I'm seeing. Because fighting is a major arcana, and number two, friendliness. This is telling me that it will, everything will happen, but it will take some time. Like it will take you a little bit of time to gel with their friends and family. Initially it will not happen. I see ice coldness over here. Over, although in this deck there's also a card which says isolation, which is practically the ice card. But that's the vibe I got from this card, like ice cold vibe, like cold war sort of, like nobody is speaking to each other, like you know, like those passive aggressive situations where you don't speak to each other but you are actually angry with each other. Yeah, so that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. But that you know, no, people are just holding grudges, like not speaking to each other directly, but yeah, but I don't like you, but I'm not telling you, you know. Yeah, that sort of vibe I got from this card. But but you know, but for this card to come out, I think that that issue will sort itself out with due time. I want to see more cards. And I want to see all, see the new beginning. You'll actually it will happen in time actually, that you'll have a new beginning with them. See, no thingness. After you ease up with this person's friends and family, there'll be anything can happen. You'll start with a blank slate, and I think this person will be the one who will instigate this, okay? So it will take some time, but you know, the possibilities are limitless. So it'll take some time for this cold war phase to go. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing going on over here. So I have the exhaustion, and I have the silence in reverse. um Yeah, so definitely I feel like that there'll be a lot of words exchanged, but not initially. Okay, initially everybody will be in the mental stage, and not a lot of reflection. Also, when you'll speak to their friends and family, I think it'll be on a very casual surface level. It will not be very deep. Okay, like how's the weather, how's your so and so doing, like how's work, and those sort of conversations I can see happening. Also, someone could be ill, someone could be suffering from an illness. Yeah, so that's a sad vibe I'm getting, but it's possible. Okay. Yeah, so but overall I feel like the energy is like not a very uh, like you'll not have a blast with them, but eventually the cold war will simmer to um, a warmness, like they'll accept you finally, and then everything is possible. Then anything is possible, whatever you want to make it out to be. But I don't think that you will want to stretch it out a lot. I think that you'll want to just keep things on the surface level so that things don't blow out of proportion, so which is a good move, I must say. So let's move on to the career reading already. Okay. So yeah, so I forgot to tell you guys how many kids you guys will have. You guys will, I'm also seeing from this pile that you'll have there's a possibility of having a single child, one kid. You may have, if you don't want that sort of thing, then ignore this message. But yeah, there's a possibility of having one child with this person. And uh, also I feel like it could be a female because of so much of feminine energy. Okay, so I want to move on to the finance related reading. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Clearing the way, four of keys. So number 4 is already a number of stability for me. Okay, clearing the way is definitely telling me financial blocks are being cleared away. There is no doubt about that. Okay, and this will happen after your marriage. So if initially you're going through some sort of hardships in your career, you're going through some sort of financial blockages, or your career is not improving, you're not getting that promotion, you're not getting that desired job, etc. The financial blocks, or you're not making profits as you would want to make. I think that sort of thing will clear out. And that will happen after you tie your destiny with this person, your future spouse. Okay. Yeah, so because destinies affect a lot, because once you marry someone, their destinies get tied to you. So a new journey, so everything about this. So this is also the 7 of roses. So there's also a lot of water, see. So there's a lot of water in your pile. So you guys could definitely be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I can also see that then there's some sort of like trade, some sort of business opportunity which you guys could embark on after you get married. So there's some prospects over there because you got clearing the way. So yeah, so balance. Yeah, so this is against, this is like a message. Okay, this is coming forth as a message for you guys, that you guys really need to balance your finances, and curb yourselves from overspending. I hear that some of you could be doing that. For others, I feel like that this is a message that some sort of inheritance will come your way. Yeah, so you guys might inherit, or your future spouse. Sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, so your future spouse might inherit. And also, speaking of spices, I feel like there's some sort of an opportunity, like a trade opportunity or something, which will come your way after you guys get hitched. Okay. So yeah, so this is definitely a message to take logical decisions also. So this is Libra, balance. So yeah, so this is telling me to take logical decisions. And number 7 could be a lucky number, like it could be a lucky day, it could be a lucky date, or like 16, 7. These could be important numbers for you, like lucky numbers for you. I'm getting that. Okay, also, yeah, on these days you could start that journey. So views of ego, four of roses. Again, you got the four number, two sevens, two fours. So interesting. Number four. April could be important month for you guys, and yeah. So this is telling me that somebody in your connection will always feel like they have less than they actually do. Okay, so like your future spouse could feel like that they don't have enough money or enough financial security at times, because they'll not be able to see that abundance. They'll always feel like something is lacking, like something is lacking, like the money is not enough, like the finance is not enough, like they need more of it to feel secure. Somebody will be in that kind of vibration, okay, after you guys come together. So that's that. And I want to see, so this was no, again we have one more card, so this is not the bottom of the deck. So this is the divine physician card in reverse. So after so many fours and sevens we have the sixth card, which is actually coming out to be number 9 over here. So this card is telling me that somebody has an issue related to money, financial blockages. Okay, somebody needs to heal their financial blockages. So if you want the video, I share a video how to clear financial blockages. If you want that, I'll post that in the comments. So somebody needs to heal their relationship with money. Okay, they have some sort of subconscious blockages in their financial issues. So I think I picked 5 cards for the other groups, and one card came out extra for you, so I decided to keep it. So this was like so this will be a bottom deck energy. So this was amazing, guys. See, for the ascent card to come in place of your careers, you guys will reach the top, as you can see. Okay, but because definitely initially I told you that somebody is clearing the way, the divine is clearing the way for you guys. You guys will embark on a new journey. Okay, there could be some sort of illusions with the views of the ego, but eventually you guys are going to reach this ascent. You guys are going to reach the top in your career. Okay, yes, you guys are going to at one point of your time, after your marriage, you guys are going to know what true success feels like. You'll be very successful in your careers. Okay, yeah, so this number 7 has come thrice. This is a 7 of keys, this is the 7 of roses, and that's the 7 of forces. So definitely number 7 is important and very important for you guys. Number 16, 7, 17, these are very important. 25, yeah, 25, that is also an important number. Or also it could be your birthdays also for some of you, I feel like. But it could be your lucky number, your life path number also, if this is your life path number. Because number 7, if this is your life path number, then this is an indication for you, this is a message for you, that you must start working according to your life path number. And if you do that, you'll reach this ascent very soon in your life. Okay, if you don't know, if you want me to make a video on life path numbers, then you can tell me. Okay, I can do that. But number 7s are usually associated with spirituality. Okay, number 7s are associated with spirituality. I think you guys need to embark on a spiritual journey as well, for some of you guys. And you will be very successful in achieving your spiritual goals, in achieving your manifestations. And you guys need to keep manifesting, because you have this in your energy field, at least for right now. You guys will be very successful. You have the ascent card, you'll climb the top, you'll climb that mountain, your hard work will pay off eventually. So this is a very good card for you guys. So let's see what's the overall energy for your married life. I want to see. Oh wow. See, I told you, you guys are very intuitive, okay? With the sixth chakra, the sixth chakra is about the pineal gland, it's about the indigo color. And here we have the archangel Metatron over here. So yeah, so this is a message the angels are trying to tell you, that you have to use that intuitive power in some way, okay? So I'll just see this card as well. So the thinking woman, see, the thinking woman is also somebody who uses her intuition, okay? The thinking woman is someone who is very wise. So I think that whatever will go on, whether it is finances, whether it is your connection with your spouse, your in laws, your kids, I think you have to use your sixth sense in this connection. That's what the cards are trying to tell you. So, but that's what spirit is indicating over here. You have to use that sixth sense, and you have to use that wisdom which is innate in you, okay? Yeah, the moon card is also an intuitive card. The moon is also a symbolical of intuition. This is telling you that you have to go deep within yourself, and the feminine will be very strong, okay, in this connection. Whoever is holding the feminine energy amongst the two of you will be very wise, will be very intuitive, okay, and will see through the relationship, and will see through that it goes on smoothly. I feel like that because there's a lot of feminine energy on this pile, and which is quite unusual because I'm reading for both of you. So play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah, so it's also asking you to relax sometimes. Yeah, you can see that. So the crumbling, see, this is already telling me, so this is already telling me that, that you guys need to, there will be some sort of, see, the crumbling is the tower card, okay? But this is your advice card, so I'm not going to read it like the traditional tarot. This card is telling me what are you clinging on to. Can you see it? Yeah, it's asking what you're clinging on to. So you must not hold on to ideas very strongly, and the advice for you to is just to let go and to just play, okay? The crumbling is about letting go. The tower card, usually mostly in the tarot deck, the tower card comes, the tower moment comes to make us let go of things, so the advice for you over here, it's telling you that you must let go, you must play, you must relax, you must not take things so seriously, because already there's a lot of emotions over here. There's a lot of like, if you give so much attention to the emotions, then everything will come crushing down, like everything will be heightened, like the fights will be heightened, like the bad times will be heightened, okay? So sometimes you have to just go with the flow, just not be so triggered, because I feel like your person could trigger you sometimes, okay? But yeah, so but you have to relax a little bit. So that's the overall message for you guys. I hope you like this reading. Please subscribe my channel if you did, and please suggest me more ideas for making videos. So I'll see you in the next reading. For now, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.